Hi Gemini, welcome to November. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. So this month we have a new moon in Scorpio on the 4th, and then we have a full moon eclipse in Taurus on the 19th. In the meantime, between the full moon and the new moon, Venus moves into Capricorn on the 5th, and Mercury moves into Scorpio on the 5th as well. And Mercury will end the month going into Sagittarius, which will be in your 7th house of partnerships. But let's see what the card says for Gemini about love and relationships. What does Gemini need to know about love and relationships for the month of November 2021? What is coming up for you? What is coming up for Gemini in terms of love and relationships? What is coming up for Gemini? Let's see what we have. The Hierophant, the Moon, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Hermit, the Lover, no, the Judgment, I'm sorry. I thought it was the Lovers for a second. The Tower, and the Knight of Pentacles. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands. So you start out the month with this Hierophant energy. This is a card about teaching, learning, sharing your wisdom. It's also a card of looking for something stable, something like doing the right thing. You might be looking for stability in a relationship. You have the moon crossing here, so there could be some things going on, like you don't have enough information. I feel like there might be some things happening behind the scenes, and you may be questioning someone's loyalty or wondering, can I believe what I'm seeing? Is this person being honest with me? Can I trust them? Or are they deceiving me? With the moon, you really don't know. The best thing with the moon is to speak up and ask. Because a lot of times if you don't have the information, you fill in the blanks with your imagination. So if there's something that you need to know and you don't know the facts, you may be imagining all these scenarios and it may have nothing to do with reality. So before you start suspecting someone of anything, you need to clarify this moon. This because the moon represents confusion sometimes. So there might be some confusing aspects to a relationship that you need to clear up before you can move ahead. You have the Queen of Cups energy here and the Ace of Swords. This is a card of also, it's very intuitive. Like you might have to tap into your intuition. So either you're dealing with someone who's a water sign, like you're not sure if you trust this person. There could be someone, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and you're not sure what the truth is about this person, and if you can trust them. Or it's saying that you need to tap into your intuition and trust your inner feelings, because the Queen of Cups energy is someone who's very sensitive, very intuitive, very creative. So you don't want to go to extremes and imagine like worst case scenarios, and you don't want to take things too personal. A lot of times at the moon, you might be thinking someone doesn't like you when they do, or that someone may do something and you may take it the wrong way. So it's better to clear something up by taking action. And don't don't leave things hanging. Don't leave things that are hidden. I don't know, but I feel though that this month, if there is something hidden, it may come out this month. So if there's stuff that you did not know or things happening that you weren't aware of, you may get some clarity toward the end of the month, especially around the full moon. You have the Ace of Swords. So this is a card of taking action, being fired up. You have the Six of Wands here, which is a victory card. You might be working really hard at your career or your job. You may have experienced some type of victory in the recent past. Or you're determined. You know, you have new goals with the Ace of Swords. You're seeing things from a different perspective. You might have started some new beginnings or a new way of thinking, especially in the around September, because this is the card for September, October, November. So I feel like, I mean, it's in the past, so you're already on this new path. You're taking a new direction, and you have the Seven of Pentacles here. So for some of you, you might have even started a relationship, and you're wondering where it's going to go. You have the Seven of Pentacles. It's kind of like, okay, I've planted some seeds. Now I'm waiting to see what happens. But you're kind of taking your time, though, because I see the Knight of Pentacles. You could be dealing with an earth sign. I'm seeing earth or water here. Earth would be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But with the Seven of Pentacles, it's kind of like you're kind of just checking the scene out and kind of waiting to see what kind of results are going to come from your actions. Where's this relationship going to go? What do I need to do next? Kind of thing. Now, you have two sixes here, so that you have the Six of Cups coming up in the near future. Now, the Six of Cups can mean connecting with someone from the past. It can mean healing from a past situation. So if you've ended a relationship, you might be, you've learned lessons from that situation, and you're moving toward greater harmony. Especially because you have two sixes here. I feel like the trajectory is to resolve whatever confusion or misunderstanding and move toward greater harmony, move into a new situation that's much better. But I feel like you're still in that deciding process because you have the Hermit here. You may be feeling kind of lonely. Maybe you're feeling like taking time out to think. So it's possible you might have ended a relationship. Maybe there was some infidelity involved, or in some cases you just couldn't trust the person. I just feel like that you're taking time out to really think about your options and think about, what do I need? What's right for me? What do I need to do? Or what type of relationship do I need to be in? Sometimes when the Six of Cups comes in, you may reconnect with someone from the past. Someone may come back and want to reconnect with you, and you might have to decide, do I want this person? Do I want to give them another chance? Because I want stability. I want someone that's going to be there for me. I don't want someone. So if there was some kind of confusion or infidelity, you might be kind of like, I don't know if I want to go there again. You have the Judgment in your environment. I feel like you've been working on yourself and you're healing. You have the Tower here. You're making some major changes. The Tower is in your wish fulfillment sector. So I feel like there's going to be a wake up or a realization this month. And you're going to see what direction you really need to go in. You're going to realize, I think that this confusion is only temporary. So if you're kind of confused at the beginning of the month, I think by the end of the month, the truth will be evident. The truth is going to come out one way or another. And with the Judgment card, this is a card of taking action and making changes in your life, not waiting for change to happen, but making change happen. Realizing, like, you know what, I have more power than I've been giving myself credit for. I'm going to take action. I'm going to change my life for the better. So if you're in a relationship and you're not happy, you may decide to leave it. If you're in even a job situation, I feel like you're finding your strength. You're becoming empowered this month. And the Tower is not always a negative card, but it does represent surprise and shock sometimes. Like, you're seeing the truth. You can't hide from the truth anymore. So if you're in something that you've been kind of sweeping under the rug, the Tower is going to be like, okay, I see it now. You know, there could be restructuring in your life. There could be major changes happening around you. Or you could feel that in order to fulfill a wish or a dream in a relationship, you have to make some major changes. That you can't, it's not something you just slide into. You have to, like, overthrow your life in some way, or start over in some way. Start from the bottom, from the ground up. Because the Tower can represent being released from an oppressive situation. So if you're not happy in a relationship, the Tower can release you suddenly. some information comes in and you realize, okay, I need to make some changes. Or if you don't make the change, sometimes if we're not the agent of change, we become the victim of change. So it's better to be the agent of change. Like if you know what you need to do, it's better to just do it than wait for that change to happen. Like if you see something is falling apart, take action and get yourself into a more secure situation before the fall, before something happens. And you have the Knight of Pentacles here. This is about taking time out to work hard, to do the work every day, and if you, not expecting overnight results. So you may be on a new path, and you may be thinking, well, where is this leading? And if you're in a new relationship, you may be with someone that wants to take it slow. You may be with someone that doesn't want to rush into anything. And you may not either, especially if you've come out of a relationship that was very, that just ended suddenly, or you had a sudden wake-up call, and suddenly now you're on the right path. Because what the Tower does, it will destroy, if you're on the wrong path or you're with the wrong person, the Tower can take that relationship away only because it wasn't right for you, and it frees you to follow or to find a better path. So I think at the end, you're going to be in a better situation. And you're going to be freed from anything that was deceptive or confusing or not in your best interest. I feel like you might have been with someone who maybe was not always truthful. Maybe there was some deception going on, or some miscommunication, even a misunderstanding. But whatever it is, I feel like the truth's going to come out. So let's see what the astrology has to say. So you have this new moon in Scorpio happening in your 6th house. That's the house of work and health. It could be that you have a new beginning, could be a new job or a new career path. You decide, or just new responsibilities in your current job. Maybe something happens, they restructure the company you're working at, and people are doing different things now, and you wind up with some new situation. This new moon is opposite Uranus, and Uranus is in the 12th, and that's the house of secrets, hidden enemies, the things that we do to self-sabotage ourselves. It's the unconscious. It's everything that's hidden. So I feel like this month for you, because your 6th and 12th houses are going to be activated, anything that was hidden or was happening behind the scenes is going to come out. You're going to find out what was hidden. The truth will come out. So especially because I'm, with the moon here. Now at the same time, Mars is in your 6th house. So I think that whatever this new beginning is, you're going to be really excited about it. You're going to put a lot of effort into achieving this new project, to working on it. It could be a new work project. It could be even a new health regimen where you decide, you know what, I have been neglecting my health. I'm going to get on an exercise program. I'm going to start working out. I mean, that's a Mars thing too, to lift weights or to do something physical. So you might be on a new health regimen. Mars gives you the energy. And sometimes Mars in the 6th house brings more work to your life. Like you might be really busy at work. So you may need an exercise program to release some of the stress. If it's all work and no play, you may need to have some kind of, don't overwork where it affects your health. So you may need to have some kind of health regimen that helps you deal with it all. The good thing is Mercury and Venus are sextile this month around the new moon, I'm sorry. And Mercury's in the 5th house, Venus is in the 7th. The 7th is your house of relationships. So you could get a message. There could be a romance beginning this month if you're not with anyone, if you're not in a relationship. You could get a message from someone to come out and do something fun. 5th house is the house of fun. It's the house of children, creative self-expression. If you have children, things might be working out a lot better with your children. You might be getting out more and spending more time with family. Or there could be a creative project. Maybe this new beginning has something creative attached to it, some type of creativity, and you're really you're having fun. Mars is squaring Saturn in the 9th. So the only thing, you might butt heads with authority figures about the right way, like to do something involving your work. Like you may have certain ideas and they may be feeling they have a different, they may have a different attitude, or there might be a lot of rules and regulations around what you want to do, and you have to follow that. So there's a little bit, you might feel a little bit restrained in what you want to do. Chiron is in the 11th house, and Saturn is sextile Chiron from the 9th. So reaching out to friends, joining groups that are, you might be joining a group that wants to help society in some way, or you might be getting together with friends, maybe through some type of travel, because Saturn's in the 9th house, it can represent higher education or travel. So I feel like if you've been so busy that you haven't had time for friends, you may have time at this new moon. You might reestablish connections with friends, and it could be healing for you. It could be a positive influence. So then we have the full moon in Taurus, and that's an eclipse. It's a lunar eclipse. Sometimes a lunar eclipse will eclipse a female figure from your life. This could be maybe a workmate is leaving or left. Sometimes the eclipses can happen a month before or a month after. So somebody might have left in October, or it could be that someone's leaving in November or even December. But this involves the 12th house. So the moon's in the 12th. That means secrets are coming out. Things are being revealed. The 6th house is activated for you. So you have the Sun, Mercury, and Mars all in the 6th house. Mars is opposing Uranus. So whatever's happening has happened suddenly, and it can be shocking. So you may feel like, you may find out, if you didn't know what was going on at the beginning of the month, you may find out at the end of the month, around this full moon, all the details may come out. Like, oh, now I understand why this happened. And it may surprise you, because Uranus always usually brings surprises. Now, the good thing is, Uranus is trining your Venus, and Venus is in the 8th house. So as far as financial support goes, you may get there might be some grant money coming in, or some inheritance, or some kind of financial support. Not the money you make, but the money that comes from others. That's coming in. It could even be, if it's a love relationship, it could be with someone, a very intense connection that causes you to go deeper than you've ever gone before. Or you might be, exploring true intimacy with someone if you haven't had that in the past. Pluto is also in your 8th house, so Pluto's transforming your financial situation. Also, the 8th house is the house of sex, transformation, intimacy. Confronting your demons, what's been holding me back, what do I really need to look at and work on? And you have this Judgment card, so I feel like you are really going to work on yourself this month, and it's going to show. It's going to bring some major changes. And especially since this moon is in an out-of-sign conjunction to the North Node in Gemini. The North Node is in your sign. It's in your 1st house. And that's about, that's the path you need to go on. So if you've been holding back with telling your story, communicating, maybe you need to do some writing, or if not writing, at least speaking up about your needs, speaking up and letting the world see who you are and what your talents are. I feel like that's going to be important this month. That's the direction you want to go in. So when truths surface, you might speak up about it. You might be like, you know what, I've had enough. I want to say something now. You have to be careful, because Mercury is squaring Jupiter, and so you might go over the top with your communication. So don't react. Don't communicate in a reactive way. Communicate in a diplomatic, logical way. Don't go overboard. And especially since Mars is opposing Uranus, something may happen that just is like the last straw. Mars and Uranus is like a volatile combination. You may decide, you know what, I've had enough. I'm going to say something. I've got to do something. And so you may do something that people might perceive as reckless. It's only because something has angered you, or something has pushed your buttons. So you want to make sure that you're not just reacting, that you're taking, you're making a decision based on logic and what's best for you. That you're not just, doing something spontaneously or recklessly, because that energy is very strong this month, especially with the Mars opposite Uranus energy. And also because Uranus is involved in these new beginnings in the new moon, Uranus is involved in the full moon. So that's the one thing. Uranus brings surprise and the unexpected. You don't know what, like things that you would never imagine in a million years. All of a sudden, this is happening. Like, whoa, this person's leaving, or this person's doing this, or it's just surprising. Especially with this Tower in your reading, you're going to be dealing with surprises. Now, I don't think that they're going to be negative to you because they're not happening in your angular houses. But it can put you on a new path, and it could bring a lot of change. And it could be welcome change. I mean, Gemini is okay with change. You get bored when things are too static. So you're ready to roll with the changes, and it could wind up benefiting you in a good way. You have the Six of Wands here. You could wind up doing work where you're getting more recognition, and you're really enjoying the work that you do. You could be connecting with people and groups that bring more fun into your life. And so if there were if there was anything going on behind the scenes, or anybody that was working against you in any way, that's going to come out too, and you'll see the truth. And you will know what action to take. Just take your time. Don't do anything reckless. Don't jump into anything without giving it a lot of thought and making sure that it's right for you. And if you've been isolating yourself, it may be time to come out a little bit more and connect with others this month. So that's my forecast, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the link in the description box. Click on the like button. Leave a comment if this resonated with you. If you want a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, have a wonderful November. If you're celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. Otherwise, have a wonderful November, and I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.